we go. Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Friday, April 27th, 2012. For those of you who are on a free trial and your trial's about to run out, you guys need to make a decision. We can get you set up today. You can have this stuff over the weekend. It'd be great. And for those of you who have never taken a free trial, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. I'm going to spell it for you. APPLY. Okay. www.cfrn.net/apply. And you can sign up there for the free trial. Pretty easy to sign up. No credit card required, none of that stuff. When you take the free trial, you get all of our indicators and all of the things you see in front of you right now for 5 business days. Okay? Alright, moving on. This morning, you're going to hear me, in my recap today, you're going to hear me say, if I would have gotten filled on this, or if I would have gotten filled on that, my day would have been better. My day wasn't great today. We didn't have a great day. It happens. We had a pretty good week overall. We actually had a very nice week overall. But we missed out on some really big trades this morning. I'll point them out to you. And I'll tell you what the results are. Right now, the results, we were down. In gold, we were down 14 ticks. On the YM, we were down 13 ticks. In the Russell, we were down 6 ticks. Okay, we didn't take any trades on the ES. We missed a couple of nice ones there. And we ended up break-even in Q, and we didn't take any trades on the soybeans. So that was our morning. Okay, now let's go over it. Right here. The morning started off right here on the Russell. We had a nice down move right here. I missed this trade. I don't know if any of our partners get into this trade, but we had a test of the BBC with the bearish divergence right here. Okay, that was, look at that move down. That was a day maker right there. All right, by 9:48. If you'd have stayed in that thing all the way down, you'd have been good. Of course, if I'd have taken it, I'd have been looking for an exit right here. I'd have been trailing my stop pretty close is what I would have been doing. So I probably would have stopped out right down here if I hadn't gone straight to my 10-tick profit target. Now, as it moved on here, it wasn't as clear what the market was going to do. We started to get some bullish divergence and price was on the wrong side of the BBC. Then it just dropped right through it again over here. We didn't get any indication there that that was going to happen. All right, over here, we had... What did we have here? Bullish divergence. Okay, here it is right here. We had bullish divergence right there. Okay, with the test of the BBC and an up close. I went long right there and I lost 6 ticks. That was my Russell trade this morning. Let's see, it rolled and moved through here. As it started to finally choose a direction right here, there were a couple of opportunities, 3 right in a row right here in this one trend. I missed all 3 of them because I was doing something else at the time. But what I want you all to see is if you were on top of it, and let's say you were only trading the Russell and not trying to trade 6 different markets, right here was a spot to go short with some profit. Right here was a spot to go long, took a loss. Right here, here, and here were all long spots. Okay, that all worked out. We didn't take any more trades on the Russell today. Things, in the break period right here, as we got into the break, things started to set up again a little bit. It's all really kind of messy right now. It's not really giving us anything good to go with right here. Okay, I'm gonna slide. Let me go over here to the ES next. Okay, the ES 10,000 contract chart presented us. This was a pre-market trade right here, so I'm not really counting that. I'm just pointing it out. Price pulled back to the BBC with an up close with bullish divergence. Okay, actually that was a down close. This was the up close with bullish divergence. The next one that was pointed out in the live trading room this morning was right here where it pulled up to the BBC, bearish divergence, and that dropped down for, what did we say, 4 3/4 points? About that. Okay, that was the spot right there. The next one was right here. We had bearish divergence and it dropped down. It went 6 ticks before the MA1 held the thing. I probably would have had my stop at break even or at +1 point had I taken the trade. Both of these trades I was just about probably 5 or 10 seconds late getting to, and I was not able to get into either one. I drew this in. I drew this in here toward the end of the morning session as the divergence was setting up, saying it should bounce off of the BBC right here, and you can see it's had a slow bounce off the BBC, but it is moving up off the BBC. Okay, that is the 10,000 contract ES today. So there were 3 opportunities. Let me circle that last one there for you. There were 3 opportunities in the first 2.5 hours, right there. Okay, let's go back to the gold. The gold started out pretty good for me. There was one opportunity in the gold that I was talking to somebody about the ES, or I was going over the ES, and I completely missed this move right here. But the gold started out. We went long. I seem to have lost my trade entries from early on. But our first trade of the morning on the gold, it may have been this short right in here. Yeah, it looks like it was this short right in here. We got short and we took a little bit of profit right there. And that's when I started talking about the ES a little bit. We just took a little profit right here. I had moved my stop to break even once we got on the other side of the BBC. Okay, and actually I think I had locked in some ticks. Anyway, we had the bearish divergence, a test of the BBC with a down close. I got short right there. And price came back up here, and while it was coming back up here, we had this bearish divergence right down here. Okay, that was an opportunity to get short again right here on the down close. All right, I wasn't watching it. I wish I was, because between right here and right here was about a minute, these 2 bars. But between right here and right here was a second, 1 second. And those of you who have been following me for any length of time know that on the gold, I don't have a target. I only have a stop. So we would have seen this thing drop from right here all the way down to here in 1 second. That's a significant move. That's from 1665.4 down to 1661.1. So 5.4 minus 1.1. What is that? 44. 44 ticks right there. $440 a contract in a second. Then it went sideways here. I mean, you can see right here, if you look down here at 948, it has all these bars over here to 949. Okay, and this wasn't just 948, it was 948 and a half when it started. So this was 30 seconds between here and here. It slowed down again over here and it gave us a long opportunity. I didn't take that one, I missed it. I did take the next one, which was right here. I got long in there and I took a small profit on that one. I missed the next one over here where we had bullish divergence right there. But it tested the BBC, gave an up close, and moved up nicely. All right, there was actually 2 opportunities in there to get the entry. I did take this one over here. We had some bearish divergence right here. Okay, bearish divergence right there. We had a down close after testing the BBC right there, and I got short there. Stopped me out, and I got long. Oops. I got long over here with the bullish divergence, the test of the BBC and the up close, and that also stopped me out. I missed in here. Okay, I missed the trades in here. There were no trades in here. We just had bullish divergence. We had some bearish divergence in here. I took this trade. I actually had 5 or 6 ticks profit in it. It came back up and took me out of break even. Same thing with this one over here. I took this short over here, and I think on this one I had probably 6 or 7 ticks profit at one time, and that came back up and got me out of break even. And that was it for the gold. All right. Moving on to the YM. Now the YM, I took a trade over here on the 1500 this morning. Okay, what I was looking for, and I was saying this in the live trading room as it was happening. I'll show you this little rectangle box right here. I started putting that up here when I saw price pulling back down to the BBC over here. Actually, it wasn't. Yeah, it was pulling back up to the BBC. I'm sorry. Price was pulling back up to the BBC in here, And I had drawn that box over here, and then as the BBC moved and as the price moved over, as time passed, I kept moving the box over in the area of the BBC on the 1500. And I said I expect the price is going to come up and hit this level and then move down off of that. So I had watched it come up here, and when it did, it went through the BBC over here. I had put a sell stop on the BBC, so if it started to go back down, it was going to enter me in the trade. And it did. It entered me in the trade, and it actually gave me quite a bit of profit there. But my goal on this trade was down here, the weekly trading zone. I thought if we were going to close down below and really going to move down on this large time frame, we would move down all the way to the weekly trading zone. Unfortunately, it stopped me out for 7 ticks. It took a long time to do it, and I was positive in that trade for a while, and it stopped me out for 7 ticks. What I do want to show you, though, we had some nice opportunities in here. I missed them all. Right here was the down close. I mean, with bearish divergence, a down close. Again, same thing right here. Bearish divergence with the down close. This rectangle right here, I'll get back to that in a minute, okay? That one didn't have the bearish divergence, but right over here we did, okay, on the YM. Another one right here. All these little trades right here, you could pick off, 6, 10, 12 ticks at a time. Right here, and right here. Okay, we had all those opportunities in there. In here we had the divergences, but the price was all over the place. I didn't take any of these trades in here. And you can see right now we have bullish divergence with an up close. So we could get long, well, we could have gotten long right here at 13,183. All right, had I not been doing this. 13,183, we could have gotten long right in there. Now, scrolling back here to this right here, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip to a different time frame. Okay, and this was the signal on this time frame. This is an 8-tick range, which is twice as long as the 4-tick range. The bars are 8 ticks instead of 4 ticks. Okay, right in here, the guys that were using the 8-tick range were pointing out for me that they just had a sell signal in here, and that went down nicely right there. Okay, they had a couple of them. If you look at the divergences in here, and when the cycle is red, they're looking for shorts and the divergences. Okay, so there was a down close right here. That was good for about 10, 12 ticks. There was this close down right here. That's 8, 16, 24, roughly 30 ticks, we'll say. 32, I would say, but they're not exactly starting and ending 8 ticks each. They're about 7 ticks each, really. The open and the close is the difference. Each bar is 8 ticks, but and you can see in here, this was a little undecided area right here where we had one time frame was saying short and the other time frame was saying long. Both time frames actually worked out to some degree. There was profit, a chance to take profit on both time frames. On the short, we had a short on the 4-tick range from up here. Okay, you can see that circle that's drawn up there. We had a short from up there. That dropped all the way down here, so you could have taken some profit up there. And then we had bullish divergence here on the 8-tick range. So you could have gone long right in here, and you could still be long if you wanted to be. But I just wanted to point that out to you guys, all right? The different time frames here on the YM. Here we're looking at a 500 contract, and I'm just flipping around to the different time frames so you guys can see that this stuff, the divergences and the cycle and the BBC testing and all that stuff works in all these different time frames. The same indicators, the same setups, the same results. Okay? That's what I wanted to point out to you. So if say the 4-tick range is too quick for you and you want to be in longer trades, there you go. Alright, so that was the YM, the gold, the Russell, and that's pretty much what I had this morning, isn't it? Yeah, and I showed you the ES too. Okay, I did show you the gold. Yeah, that's it. That's good. So I'm gonna, if nobody has any questions, I'll wrap it up right here. Again, if you're on the free trial and your trial's about to run out, you want to become a partner, you need to contact me. You should have an email from me with the contact information. If you do not, you can email me directly at support@cfrn.net. Okay, support@cfrn.net. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up the recording right here.